Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Some weeks back, IPOB insisted that there will be a 1 week sit at home over their leader, and about 24 hours, barely 24 hours into the elections of Anambra, they suspended it, having listened to the cry and the pleas of the elders and Ohaneze Ndigbo and top politicians. Well, it looks like Ohaneze Ndigbo have decided to reciprocate the action with these moves. Before we go into the newspaper to find out exactly what they're now saying, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. While the youth and women wing of the Apex Igbo Social-Cultural Group, Ohaneze Ndigbo, have expressed concern over the continued incarceration of Orji at a federal correctional center in Anambra State. Recalls that Orji is one of those incarcerated in the Federal Correctional Center in Onitsha for over 15 years on accusation of violent agitation for Biafra independence by Biafra National Guard, that's BNG. In a statement by its acting national youth leader, Onwasonya FCC Jones, after a visit to the latter in Onitsha prison, which was made available on Sunday night, the Ohaneze wings described Orji as a prisoner of conscience and asked the federal government of Nigeria to expedite her legal action towards freeing their detained sons and daughters, whose only crime seemed to be their Igbo-ness. The Ohaneze wing led by Mazi Chikwuma. Sorry, it was actually written Chikwama, but I think what he wants to write here is Chukwuma and Mrs. Rita Daniels, respectively, regretted that such young people have had their dreams ended by their unjust imprisonment. According to Ohaneze wings, Mrs. Orji and other detainees were very happy with the solidarity shown to them by the Ohaneze wings and further expressed their heartfelt desire for unconditional freedom from detention. It is abundantly clear that nothing fuels crisis and violence in any society more than injustice. These, our brothers and sisters, are among thousands of Igbo youth who have been unjustly detained over many years, some without trials, others with inexplicably slow trial. Why would someone be happy that his or her relative is in prison for over 15 years without any court verdict condemning him or her? We have and will continue to do our best to facilitate peace in our Igbo, but government across all levels must show the needed seriousness in supporting this process by doing their bit. One of such is to open the prison gates and release all our brothers and sisters who are unjustly detained across Nigeria. The Igbo groups reiterated their unwavering commitment towards ensuring that they are not only freed from detention but also compensated for their apparent unjust imprisonment. The Ohaneze wing, however, used the medium to commend its committee for their sacrifices at the visit to Mrs. Orji and passion for peace in Igbo land, urging the federal government and other relevant stakeholders to accede to good logic and free the detainees. Wow, this is quite serious. 15 years, they said. 15 years is quite a long time. No court verdict, no court hearing, probably kept on adjourning and adjourning, no hearing of any kind. They are not condemned, they are not free, they are not released. 15 long years of their life gone down the drain, nothing productive done, nothing to show for their life worth, all their dreams, all their aspirations thrown down the drain just because for whatever reasons they were detained, but there was no court to show them, to give them the verdict whether they are found guilty or not. This honestly is very bad. If they were caught in a crime, quote unquote, then by all means take them to court, let there be a court hearing. Either you free them or you convict them. one way or the other. So they begin to know if they're already serving their jail term, or if they're, because right now, okay, what if they now go through court and they now find them guilty? 15 years of their life has already gone. Would they not serve another one? These are the things that sometimes fuel agitation sometimes. Let's get our facts and figures right. If you have found them guilty, and these are the things I cannot forget what Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, said. I can't forget. He said, look, that in our constitution, he said our Nigerian constitution, I'm quoting him now, he said, was one of the most robust and most rich constitution you can ever think of around the world. So, but it's all written in papers. Enforcement is always the challenge. He said that you know that in our constitution, it is the prerogative right, is the judge's right from time, judiciary from time to time, once every month, to go through the prisons, find out those who were unjustly detained, and then there be expedited action of court hearing or court cases. And if those who were just unjustly detained for no reason, no court hearing, and they are actually not guilty, you can just free them, let them go. But if for any reason, okay, there have been a case that has been pending, these guys have been here without hearing, they expedite action about his hearing to know his fate, whether he's going to remain there or not. Decongest the prison years as much as you can. Those are part of the constitution, but the question is, in reality, is it enforced? These are things we should, now if Mrs. Orji had known some of these things, and maybe they cries out to Nigeria, but the question is, how will she or he cry out to Nigeria when he's already in detention? I think going forward, Nigerians as a whole, we should have the constitution of Nigeria at our fingertips, so that some of these things, you can question and ask questions where necessary, and demand justice where applicable. Now, for 15 years, if for any reason, the process begins and he or she is found not guilty, there has to be some sort of compensation for 15 years. Honestly, we shouldn't be doing this, because we waste precious lives that ought to be very productive away. Yes, at some point they've done their bit, but so you can now imagine what we are saying. If everyone should be conscious of what his or her right is, it will go a long way. I want to appreciate Ohaneze Ndigbo for at least looking out for their own, because the truth of the matter is, if you neglect your own, how you treat your own is how outsiders will treat your thing for you. If you begin to show concern for your people, even your people too will show concern for you. I guess this actually happened, when IPOB, recognize the voices of the elders, and I guess the elders are now looking towards having to look at their own. Yes, it probably may be the youth wing, maybe the youth wing or the women's wing, but it clearly shows that they're beginning to see that these guys, yes, agitating, but they are not criminals. They're actually asking for betterment of their people and their right and human rights as a nation, or as a people, or as a tribe. That's what we're going to wrap it up. Let's visit that conversation. What's the take? Do have a nice time.